I'm gonna try to only shoot this one video today. We'll see if I'm successful at it. Because if I don't stop, I'll probably have way more than one video a day, which will lead to like 1,000 videos per this first year of me doing this. And that is not what I want. And I might actually, at the end of the year, go through and just leave up like the ones that I really like and like delete, but God, Jesus Christ, that'll take like weeks to do. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with my YouTube. But in this, and for anybody that's never seen any of my YouTube or whatever, my name's Heather. You can comment, you can share, you can like, you can subscribe, whatever it is, what it is. I'm not here for any type of fame, pity, outreach. Like, I'm just here expressing myself. Like, and obviously I have allergies, but I'm just here like to put up vlogs, so that way I have something to go back on my daily life and like look at and everything. That way, oh please do not start doing this. My dog has to scratch herself on the couch every morning after I walk her, and then I sneeze. But anyways, it's like distraction central in my life, and then I probably have like some form of ADHD or ADD, and so yeah. But for anybody first seeing this or whatever, my parents took custody of my daughter, my only kid, and she's 12, almost a year ago. They took her December 27th, and I was told to go have a psychiatric evaluation done or whatever, and I did, and it come back that I'm battling depression. And I sat and, talked to the doctor, and I went to the counselor as much as I could, because I do not drive and do not have a vehicle, and I actually just got my license. I'm 30 years old, and so I'm debating whether to get a car right now, and I'm out of work. So my life's pretty much shit, kind of. But this is going to be me talking about, like, depression and everything. If you can't handle it, if you can't handle people talking about depression, talking about real, legitimate feelings of just hopelessness and lost and no way out and shit like that, if you're going to sit there and watch it, and instead of being somebody that's suffering depression as well, but you're going to watch it just to make fun, or just to make yourself feel sad and feel better, or what the fuck ever, or just to sit there and judge it and be like, oh my God, she or her ideas or people with depression are so full of shit, then I ask you and I plead with you, please get the fuck off my video. Like, I don't know how more plainly to put it. Please get the fuck off my video. This is not for people like you. This is for people that are battling depression, do understand what it's like. And that's just like people that go to war. Well, nobody's going to get it if they've not been through it. And so, like, a soldier can come home, talk to his wife all day, and his wife ain't going to get it. Just like his wife can talk to him about having to stay at home and raise the kids while he's gone, and he's not going to get it. But she can talk to another wife in the same situation, and he can talk to somebody that was, part of any other team that has went through war or has lost somebody the way that he has, and they're going to find common ground. They're going to be able to talk about it, and they're going to be able to understand each other with a hell of a lot more respect than people that just don't fucking get it. So, like I said, if you're here to, be some judgmental little prick, or if you're here to be like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for you, because we do not need pity. Don't need it. Get off my channel. Like, get off my video, click off of it, please. I am begging you, because I'm not in an emotional state to have people be all, oh, I'm so sorry, and shit like that. So, get into the depression talk. So that's another thing too. That's like a brief summary of my life. So I lost my kid, and I was at work, and there was this girl there, and she helped me out like with doing my laundry because I don't have a washing machine and dryer where I live. And so I'd go over to her house and spend the night and do my laundry. And we just sit and kick it, like, we just chill and everything. And I noticed, like, I felt like she started flirting with me, and I noticed that I was actually had been crushing on her. And then when I told her I was crushing on her, like, she kept flirting and everything. And so, like, I really wanted to date her and be with her and everything, and she didn't want that, and so that shit's went on, and so like I said, my life is practically kind of summed up to a little bit of hell right about now. For anybody that can't watch all my videos or don't care to. But, so I'm sitting here last night. The reason I had to mention the girl is because I'm sitting here last night, and I'm thinking about the girl, and I'm like, damn it, I just want to talk to her. Damn it, I just want to talk to her. Damn it, I have a new Facebook. Damn it, if I talk to her on it and she blocks me, it's going to devastate me. It's going to devastate me. And then I'm like, no, I can't let it devastate me. And I'm like, no, it's going to devastate me. And then I'm like, fucking hell, I can't let it devastate me. And then I'm like, no, it's not just going to devastate me. I said, literally, like, if these are the thoughts that go through my head. This is the thoughts of a person battling depression. And the only reason I can, like, say that we battled depression is because we were grown, like, in a family or in an environment that didn't appreciate us. Like hardcore, did not give a shit about us, literally thought we were the scum of the earth, and that's all that there is to it. And so you're gonna have a lifetime of bullshit to have to deal with because of that, because you dealt with that for a fucking lifetime. You dealt with never being good enough, and you are good enough. And that's really hard for me to even say, because I'm like, don't be a hypocrite and then sit here in 5 years from now, kill yourself, and then somebody's going to watch this and they're going to be like, she killed herself and I'm battling depression, and here's her video, her talking about getting through it. Like, it's really hard for me to be in this situation and everything, but it is for anybody that's battling depression. And I don't care why you're battling it, because it could be family issues, or you could be, you could be a damn somebody, a lieutenant or what the fuck ever in the damn army or some type of shit, like my ex-brother-in-law. He's in the National Guard or whatever, and you're battling depression because you went over there and you seen some shit and that made you depressed, or you seen how devalued their life was, or you seen how they devalued your life. And it's just this mentality of you ain't shit, you ain't nothing, and it stays in the fucking deepest parts of your mind, and you try to overcome it and everything. And it's really hard, and it's really hard if nobody gets it. It's really, really fucking hard, and it is a battle every day. Every day, it is a battle. Some days are better than others. Some days it don't even feel like it's a battle. Some days you just go through and you are happy and you are good and everything seems all right. And other days you're just like, when am I going to kill myself? What time today do I want to kill myself? 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m.? I don't know. And that's horrible to think that, but that's the internal actual thoughts. And that is the reason I'm putting this video out here, is because even though part of me is like, don't do it, don't do it, don't want to do it, don't do it, don't do it. And if somebody sees it and they're going to think you're fucking crazy. But the reason I am putting it out there is so that way if somebody who is going through depression, who does have these same types of thoughts, you're not alone. And that's all that I can do for you, is let you know that you're not alone. And I think in doing that, no matter what hell I may or may not catch for it, I'm just trying to let you know you're not alone. So I'm sitting here last night and I'm like, this girl that I've crushed on, fell in love with, whatever, however you want to say it. I'm like, because she's blocked me on everything. She's refused to talk to me. And then she showed up. Oh my God, talk about pissing me the fuck off. She showed up at my job when I was still working. It's like you won't even talk to me, but you'll show up. Like, and I don't know why. I've not been able to talk to her about why she did that. And then it's like she must have done it to be a shitty person because she hasn't unblocked me to tell me why she came to see me. So she must just be enjoying being an asshole to me. And then that depresses me even more because when you really care about somebody and somebody treats you shitty, you know, you're just like, fuck my life, you know. But, so anyways, sorry, I have to move the heater closer. Freezing. But, so anyways, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I created a new Facebook. I can message her off of it. I can ask her why she came to the store. Or better yet, I can just ask her, can we talk? And I was like, but she's going to block me. She's going to block me. I know she's going to block me. She's always blocked me. She's always going to block me. She ain't ever going to talk to me. And that's what depression is. It is like a negative repeat in the back of your fucking mind. And it just keeps going. And you're like, would you shut the fuck up and let me try to be positive? Just shut the fuck up. And it's not that you actually really hear a voice. It's not that far gone. It is like your intuition. It is like your consciousness or whatever, you know, and shit like that. And if you try to describe that to some people be like, you hear voices? And it's like, and some people do, and I have nothing against them, okay? My cousin was a paranoid schizophrenic. She heard voices. I have nothing against, you know, people that go through other mental stuff and all that and everything. But this is just me talking about depression. And it's like, it's just this negativity it's this pessimism, it's this, I don't know, this procrastination, this everything just in the back of your mind constantly, like trying to consume any good that you have within you. Because you were taught that that's the way you were supposed to live your life by somebody, and you can't get that completely erased. And it's really fucking hard. And so I'm sitting here, like I said, trying to think about calling this girl, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, if she says something mean, or if she blocks me, and I was like, that's it, okay, yeah. And it's like I came to this decision, but I still didn't do it. I didn't follow through with it, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna write her. If she blocks me, I'm gonna go hang myself. Like, that was literally like a checklist in my head. Like, write her, check, you know? If she blocks me, okay, she did, check, you know? And I didn't even write her. I didn't even go through with it. And then, okay, hang myself, check. You know, it was like a checklist of bullshit. And I was like, holy shit, here I go being really depressed again. And I was like, and I was doing so good, you know, not being depressed. And then I'm like sitting here and I'm like, okay, why am I depressed? Okay, I'm depressed because I'm thinking about her. Okay, stop thinking about her. I can't stop thinking about her. Damn it, why am I in love with her? God bless, you know. And I'm just like, you know, and then I'm like, okay, you're not in love with her, you know, like I'm trying to lie to myself, and I'm like, and you care, you don't care about her, you know, like you care about you gotta put you before her, you know, or before anybody. And then I'm like, but I can't do that, and I don't like doing that, and I like putting people ahead of myself, and I like being kind, and I like being generous, and I like being loving and sweet, and then I'm like, people treat me like shit, and then I'm like, you know. So then I'm like, okay. So then I go through Facebook, and like I said, I got a new Facebook, so I can see her old drawings that she's put up and stuff. And so I was just scrolling through her artwork and everything, and like she's on another page too, and so I was just scrolling through a bunch of stuff of hers and everything. And I did that for like, I don't know, an hour or two, and I was just scrolling through a bunch of shit and like trying to figure out who she might know that might know me, that might know my dad, and my dad might have actually had this girl maybe possibly be somebody to just come in and check on me, because my dad is like Like, literally, he's like a psychopath, like, or a sociopath. I don't know which one it is. Why can I not remember that? I think because I don't want to admit to which one he is, but he's not the good one, whatever. And I don't even think there's a good choice out of those two, in all honesty. But he there's just something not right about him. There's just something not right about my dad. Like, I don't know if he ate too much lead paint off the fucking walls when he was a kid or what his deal is, like, but there's something really cruel in him. And the thing is, though, is I believe everybody possesses the ability to be very cruel or very kind, you know? And you have the ability to be a good person or a bad person. And the thing is my dad has chose plenty enough times to be a very mean person and about 5 times to be a very bad person. So, yeah. And growing up around that, like, that just fucks you up bad. But depression is just the negative thoughts in your head that you can't escape from. You can't run from them. So I sat there and, like I said, I just, I guess you could call me a stalker, but not really. But, because if it's out there on the internet, it is what it is, And it's not like, going and spying on somebody and physicality and shit like that or whatever. Like, apparently it made me feel like she was doing. And I was like, great, that's all I need is another stalkerish type person, because I've done had 2, and then my dad kind of acts like somebody that's got to stalk people and, like work possessions, and he's got to know every little detail what the fuck we're up to, me and my sister and my mom. But anyways, this is getting sidetracked from the whole depression bit. So I'm sitting there and I'm all depressed, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to hang myself tonight. I think I'm just going to kill myself. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And, like, I don't even know what the difference is in the 1 second from thinking that to not going through with it. But it's like, it is such a menial, like, minuscule little just thing that it's like, holy shit. And so I'm like sitting here and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hang myself tonight. And in 2 seconds, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to go to bed. But in between that, it was like, hop up and go do it. Like, it's no big deal. Hop up, go do it. And that's what it is. It's like it's a break in the psyche and the brain and the, But the thing is people are like, oh, it can't be controlled, and this and that. And you got to take medicine for it and this and that. And I agree that some people might have to. They might benefit from it, but I'm not going to benefit from it, at least not at this point in time. And I can't do medicine right now. Like, I can't even attempt to do medicine. Like, I remember talking with my kid one time when I was like, I think I need to get on antidepressants. Like, she was just sitting here. This was like 4 fucking years ago. And she's like, why is that? I said, you know how you get on to mommy for sleeping all the time? She's like, yeah. She's like, but mommy, you've been sick. And I'm like, I know I've been sick because I'd had a sinus infection. And I was like, but I like staying in bed all the time, And she's like, why? And I was like, because I'm sad. And then when I told her that, oh Lord, like, she'd climb into bed with me, and hug up on me and be like, Mommy, and stuff, because she's a little kid and everything. And I was like, you don't have to do that. And I'd force my ass up and come watch TV and play with her. But, I mean, I'm depressed all the time because I think about the negative shit in my life. I think about how I've lived alone and about how I've raised my child alone and about how I've not had a significant other to be there to support me. And I've not had another parent figure here for her to depend on. And about all that she's missing out on and all she has missed out on and all that I've missed out on and all I am missing out on, in the present and everything. And then I think about, like me not driving and what that's done to her life and my life, It's really put a damper on her life, especially because she's a child. And then my parents knew that they were doing that, not helping me get my license. And that's like my dad being a sadistic, what the fuck ever his mental condition is. He thought it was funny as hell. It's funny as hell that I can't drive my daughter to the park. It's hilarious. And I mean, it's just the greatest feeling in the world to dictate and have that thumb, that almighty control over me and shit. Oh my God, I'm so sick and tired. Like, I'm fixing to delete that. But anyways, my fucking Facebook went off. I wish this girl happy birthday on one of her posts, and every time anybody comments on that post and they're all wishing her a happy birthday, my phone keeps going off. I don't care that her 300 and some friends or 1,000 and some friends are wishing her a happy birthday. I don't need to know about it, Facebook. But anyways, Jesus Christ. Oh, and that's right, there was 2 other people's birthday and I didn't wish them. Whatever. I got my own shit going on. I'll go back and wish them one maybe later or some shit. Hell, nobody wished me happy. Fuck it. Nobody wished me a happy birthday on my birthday. And I even worked. So half the people that are on my Facebook were there. Didn't even know it was my birthday. Didn't care to know it was my birthday. And the thing was, is like a week ahead of time, like I told people. And then your Facebook goes off and notifies people. Man, ain't nobody wished me a happy birthday except for my kid. And then she didn't even, like, I don't know. She been, I think she did text me and say happy birthday, mama, but, like, I don't even know. Fucking hell, I hate how distracted I am when I'm trying to talk about negative things and positive things. When I'm talking about bullshit, like it just kind of and this even comes across as bullshit, but I'm mainly talking about negative stuff, about depression and stuff. But, so back to being depressed and everything. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to kill myself. Yeah, I'm going to hang myself. Okay, that's all there is to it. And then I'm like, fuck, just go to bed. And then it's like, your life is not that bad, and it's like, it really isn't, and think about it, and think about what could be worse. And that's like, yesterday morning, I was in the tub, and I was like, try to think on the positive, even though I got a busted ankle, and even though I got a fucked up wrist, from just my life being hell, I was like, at least I still have both my legs. At least I still have both my arms. At least God hasn't taken that from me. I know there's people out here that they don't have arms or legs, or they have diseases, or they have cancer. At least I don't have any confirmed cancer, and like, I mean, I've not been to the doctor to test, but that's like a little bit of hypochondriac right there. So it's like, calm down. You don't have cancer, and it's like, just calm down, and you're doing good, and be grateful for what you do have. But so that's what I was like, laying in bed. I was like, try to focus on the good, and I was like, okay, this is good, that's good, this is good, that's good. And then I was like, but God, you don't get it. Like if I was talking to somebody, I'd be like, but God, you don't get it. I really want to talk to this girl. I really want to talk to her now. And the thing is I watched a video on Facebook where this guy was talking about how this king had 4 wives. And his fourth wife, he asked, if she'd join him because he got sick and he was fixing to die. So he asked the 4th wife to join him, and die with him. She said no. The 3rd wife, no. The 2nd wife, no. The 1st wife, yes. And the moral of the story, or the reasoning, or whatever, is the 4th wife is your body. Your body is not going to be with you in the afterlife. Your second, not your second, but your 3rd wife is your material possessions, I believe he said. And they're not going to join you in the afterlife when you die. And the 2nd wife, I forgot what she was a representation of, but we'll say wealth, but I don't know what it was. But either way, it was something that's not gonna, be with you in the afterlife. The 1st wife, though, was the representative of your soul. And so you've got to take care of your soul, because your soul is the only thing that's going to make you not be alone, feel alone, or whatever whenever you die. And so it's pretty much pointing emphasis on how important your soul is. And at the end of the video, the guy's like, so take care of your body, take care of your this, take care of your that, but mainly make sure that you take care of your soul. And so I'm sitting there laying in bed and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to listen to my soul. And that's the thing too, is we are denied listening to our soul, the very fabric of our being, when we get older, because we are taught our whole lives to deny our soul. We literally are, by society's standards, family, and then if you got both of them that's attacking you, trying to smother out your soul, your freedom, your who you want to be, what you want to do, and how you want to do it, and everything. Like, we're taught to suffocate our souls and to strangle the life out of them and use the life juice source, or what the fuck ever you want to call it, just to keep on going and keep being a polite little worker or a polite little child or what the fuck ever. And it's complete and total utter bullshit. So I'm laying there in bed thinking about that video, and I'm like, but God, you don't get it. But God, you don't understand. I want to talk to this girl right now more than anything in the universe. I want to hop in a fucking car. I want to have my own car. I got my license. I want to have my own car, hop in my fucking car, and drive to her house and talk to her more than anything on the fucking universe right now. And I was like, but I can't do it. And not just because I can't literally do it. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a vehicle to borrow from somebody. And I'm not really sure where she's even living anymore. But because she wants me to stay away from her. She's told me to stay away from her. So I have to stay away from her. And I'm like, that's such bullshit though, because she came to where I worked. And she did that shit to be mean. Because if she did it to be nice, then she needs to let me know that she did it to be nice, and she needs to unblock me and say, hi, I came to the store to talk to you, even though we didn't talk. So anyway, so that's going through my head, and I'm like, okay, enough with the fucking thought process. Try to shut down, and just focus on something else and go to sleep. And so I don't even know what I started thinking about. I think because I got books in there, I was like, maybe I should read books. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I'm depressed because I tried to read books the other night and this and that and, and everything. And, it got me thinking about other stuff and things, or, and I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, fuck. And the next thing I know, like, I was asleep. I don't even know how the hell I went to falling asleep. So, get to this morning. I wake up this morning probably around 5 or 6 o'clock. And I'm like, you are fucking kidding me. And that's the thing, too, is I have pets. And I'd put my pets in the cage earlier than normal last night. So they weren't out to be my distraction, to help distract me from my negative thoughts, because they had ate shit they wasn't supposed to. And so put them in the cage early. And so I wake up at 6 and I'm like, if I really care as much as I feel like I should care, then I should get up now and walk my dogs. Get them out of their cage and walk them. And I was like, but God, I really don't care. And I was like, and it's not even that I don't care. Like, I really don't care. It's like, I really don't give a shit about nothing. I don't give a shit that I'm alive. I don't give a shit that I woke up. I don't give a shit about anything. I don't give a shit. And then it was like, and if my dogs really cared about me because they ate some candy that I bought, and since I'm out of work and I don't have food stamps to pay for my food, and I spent $10 on candy, and they ate like $8 worth of the fucking candy or whatever. Well, no, I didn't spend $10. I spent $6. So they ate like $4 worth of fucking candy. it really pissed me the fuck off, you know. And so I was like, if my dogs really cared about me, they wouldn't eat my candy. But they don't care about me, they care about themselves. They ate the fucking candy. So right now I'm gonna care about myself. God forgive me if I'm doing wrong, and I'm gonna lay my ass back down and go back to sleep. So that's what I did. So I rolled over, went back to sleep, and then here I am, like at 10 a.m., you know, waking up, or 9:30, waking up and getting up and walking them and everything. And even at that, I was like, I really want to go back to sleep. I really think I should go back to sleep. I don't want to get up. If I get up, I'm probably just going to want to kill myself. I'm probably just going to think about killing myself all fucking day. As a matter of fact, why don't I just kill myself right now? That would be kind of funny. That would be kind of cool. If I go hang myself right now, there's going to be somebody that's going to drive by and they're going to see, you know, and like that's going to be kind of awesome. Because then maybe somebody might actually cry and might actually miss me and might actually worry for a split second. And it won't be a fake cry of, oh, she was my neighbor, or oh, she was my mother, even with my kid, or oh, she was my granddaughter, and I didn't know, you know, and all this little fake shit that people do when people do die, whether it's suicide or not, you know. And I didn't know, and I didn't know, and I didn't know how to get along with them and talk to them, and you know. And it's that you don't even try in a depressed person's mind, or at least in my mind, because that's like one of my neighbors or whatever. We had a falling out because she lied. I done expressed to her that I'm going through depression, I'm going through a lot of shit, and then she lied about something. And I was just like, I'm done. That's it. I don't want nothing to do with you. You didn't try to not lie. Instead, you lied because you were doing what was best for you. You were doing, just like the dogs was eating my candy, doing what's best for them. And so now I'm doing what's best for me, and I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to talk to you ever again. I don't want to wave at you or anything. And when my lease is up, I'm moving the hell out if I'm still alive. And so it is what it is. And my kid ain't talking to me. She'll look at messages, but she won't respond. And I don't know why. Nobody's calling me to talk to me. Or if my grandmother is calling me, then somebody's blocked something on my phone or something, and it's not me. Because I don't know. Because she told me for real, she's like, you know, your voicemail says, you know, this, you know, and that is what it says. And I was just like, but my phone has not shown a call or anything. And I wouldn't put it past somebody hating me so much that if they can access my phone, even if it's my dad, I wouldn't put it past my dad. And see, my dad pays for this phone. I wouldn't put it past him to go to the fucking phone company and block everybody. Block the courts, block the counselor, block the school, block my grandmother, my mom, my sister, and everybody from calling me just to be a prick, so that way he can make them convinced that I blocked them. I have not blocked anybody in my family on my phone. I have not blocked a single soul. Everybody should still be able to call me, and if you're calling me and it's not coming through, I don't know why, but one thing that does seem to come through for as far as I know, but then again maybe not, is text messages. And so I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't even fucking know. Like, and maybe if it's not my dad, then maybe it's just the evil in the world or some shit. I don't know. But anyways, back to being depressed, waking up, and I was like, fuck, I ain't gonna get up. I was like, I'm not getting up. I'm gonna lay here and go back to sleep. And I was like, fuck, but I feel bad. Fuck, but I need to walk the dogs. Fuck, if I walk the dogs, I can say that I walked the dogs, you know. I can say that I accomplished something, you know. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to. And then I was like, fuck. And then I was like, I really want to lay in bed. I really want to do what's good for me. Wait, what is good for me? Fuck, I don't even know what's good for me right now. Because my day is going to amount to probably not too damn much. And I hate even saying that, because every day that I say that, it's like, okay, Heather, you're fucking up your own life. You're speaking negativity over your own life. And it's like, do you realize how hard it is to not do that when you were raised in a family or around somebody that devalued you so much, whether a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a brother or a sister or an aunt or an uncle or a cousin or a grandmother or a mom and a dad or step parents that are just like, you're a piece of shit. You ain't never going to amount to nothing. You ain't never going to accomplish anything. And so I laid there for a little bit longer, and then I was like, fuck, get up. So I forced myself to get up. I get up. I put on my clothes. I forced myself to put on a new outfit, because if you ever look back at any of my other videos, if you see this, you'll see that there's days that I just wear the same fucking clothes. And so I forced myself to get up and put on a new outfit. And I'm just like, maybe I can pull my ass to go do laundry at my friend's house today. And then I'm like, maybe I can do that, maybe, And, and back to the whole, committing suicide, thinking about that before I got out of bed. I was like, but if a stranger sees me, it's going to shock them and they're going to cry. And I was like, and they're going to value my life for that moment in time, for that split second, that it comes as a shock and a surprise to a complete stranger that don't even know me, or somebody that just barely knows me and don't really know and I've not let into my life. And they're really going to value my life, where people that have known me for years or know a lot about me or I've talked to them, they don't value me at all. But anyway, so back to getting dressed, getting up, everything. I'm like looking, and I bought this, because like I said, this girl I fell in love with, like she draws. And so I bought this notebook, and I drew 3 pictures already. And I was like, I don't even know why I bought that. And even when I bought it, I was like, am I buying this for her or am I buying this for me? And then I was like, I'm buying this for me. And then I was like, because she's kind of sparked that inside of me. Like, I can draw fairly decent. And I was like, I haven't drawn in a really long time. And then I was like, am I worth a $6 notebook? A sketching, like notebook, to draw in. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm worth it, and I forced myself to get it, And, but I hadn't drawn in it anymore because just like when I was a kid and everything, like, you're devalued. You're taught you're a piece of shit. And see, drawing was my sister's thing, and it was a big no-no, and I wasn't allowed to do it, and I wasn't allowed to impede on her art, her craft. I was just, oh, you're just copying her, and everything. And so I just drew like 3 random pictures. Well, not random, but anyways, I mean, they kind of are. But, to somebody that don't know. But, anyways, I just drew some stuff, and like a while ago. And so I'm sitting there and I'm getting dressed and I see that notebook again and I'm like, it's been a minute since I've drawn in that. And I was like, maybe I should draw in it. Maybe I should draw what I want to draw. Maybe I should take the time to draw what I want to draw. God, that's going to take a lot of time to draw what I want to draw. I'm going to have to figure out how to do the shading, how to do the this, how to do the that to make it look how I want it to look. And then there's no guarantee because I've been out of practice that it's going to turn out the way that I want it to look. And so I'm like, I don't know if I'll do that or not. But I still got the ideas of what I'd like to draw in the back of my head, And I'm just like, and it would look really cool. And it's like getting that idea, of what your artwork can look like onto the actual paper is like such a thing to do. And I was like, no, right now I need to go and get the dogs and walk them and clean up any messes or whatever. And so that's what I did. And I walked the dogs and I cleaned up whatever, like straightened up a little bit. And then I was like, am I going to shoot a video talking about this? I think I should shoot a video talking about this, talking about being depressed and talking about the way that it makes you feel and everything. And see, that's the thing. Like, I was getting dressed and it's like, I was like, oh, that's the thing, too, that I made myself get out of bed with. Fuck, my mind just went blank as hell. Shinedown. There we go. I was like, what is their name? one of their newer songs that they just released or whatever. Get up, get up, get up, get a move on. Get up, ain't nothing wrong. That's how I got my ass up out of bed. Like that's what was going through. I was like, come on, get up, get up, get up, get up. There's nothing wrong. And then I got to thinking about how I was in the tub yesterday, and I was like, I still have both my legs. I still have both my arms. And then I thought that again this morning. I was like, life could be worse. And then I thought about on Facebook there was this dog that somebody shared a picture of where these boys had cut the dog's ears completely off, and it was just pitiful. Like, and I was like, I could be that damn dog. I could have my ears cut off. Or I could have this wrong with me, or I could have that wrong with me. So I got my ass up, got to moving around, and now I'm sitting here kind of doing this. But it's like I've had all these negative thoughts, going on in my head and everything. That's another thing, too, that I got to throw out there. Like, I don't know if it's like, okay, I'm sure everybody has heard of the placebo effect, and the placebo pills and sugar pills or whatever you want to call them, where they'll say, hey, a doctor will say, hey, take this, and it'll make you completely better. And all it is just, a fake ass pill that ain't got shit in it, ain't got nothing to it. It's just a bunch of damn powder, powder and sugar or whatever. And they'll say, take this and it'll make you feel better. And because they do that, and they lied to your brain, and you value their opinion more than you value your own opinion, then in that you're like, oh, okay, and you take it, and then you're like, oh, I feel better, and in truth, nothing happened. It's just the mind. That's how much the mind controls the body and shit like that. And so maybe it's the placebo effect that got set in my mind because of something that I read online. But I looked up one day food that's like good to help you kind of naturally like deal with depression and stuff. And one of the things that stuck with me that I was like, I could eat that every day. Hell, I used to eat that every day. Hell, when I did eat that every day, I actually was happier. I was like, but I was OCD too. Really, 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 really fucking bad. Like, really fucking bad. I used to eat these breakfast bars. And granted, they weren't all oat and everything, but the majority of them was. And it was like Nutri-Grain or Nature Valley. And I would flip-flop kind of back and forth and with the flavors and stuff like that or whatever. But that is what I practically lived off of, like eating breakfast-wise every morning, like when my kid was first born and when she was 1 and 2 and, But then we got to where, like, we couldn't afford them or whatever. Or I moved in with my grandmother. My grandmother refused to buy them. It's the best way to word it, because that was the truth. But anyway, so I read up a few years ago, and it was like, oh, oatmeal, and a list of other foods, and it was like foods that, are mainly like greens, like collard greens, turnip greens, stuff like that. And so I remember trying to put that in my diet, and like literally, like me and my kid, I think it listed off like greens and stuff like that. But I remember specifically it saying oatmeal, this list that I looked up on the internet a few years ago. And I do feel like when I eat oatmeal, I don't know why, I do feel like when I eat it, like I said, it might be a placebo effect, dealing with my mind or what the fuck ever, I feel like, it's not an instantaneous, oh, I'm happy, but if I eat it like 2 days, like I'll notice my mood kind of changes. And it kind of changes to more better, like more stable, more mellow, more calm, and stuff like that. But then I'm like, who the fuck wants to force themselves to eat something every day? But then it's like, but if it's going to make you healthier, whether it's your body or mind or both, And it's like, so that's what I'm fixing to do when I get off here, because I've not ate anything yet, is I'm going to make me a bowl of oatmeal. But, or I might actually make some cream of wheat, and then wait and eat oatmeal tomorrow, or eat oatmeal like as a kind of brunch lunch food or something. But I don't even know. Like, so, anyways, the whole gist of this video is like, if you're somebody battling depression, if you're somebody going through the shit, know that you're not alone if you see this video, and know that I'm here with you, and know that if you need somebody to talk to, I will try to be that somebody for you to talk to. And what I mean by that is, yes, I'm going to have a life and be busy at times and stuff like that, but I will try to get back to you. But anybody that sees this that's just going through depression and struggling and everything, like, you are not alone. The thoughts that you have in your head that are negative, the thoughts that, kind of push you to be like, yeah, I need to kill myself and everything, please try your damnedest. And I know you already have, but keep trying your damnedest, just like me, to not listen to them. Keep trying to get your ass out of bed. Keep trying to do good. And if anything, hell, even try to eat oatmeal for just a week, every morning for a week, and see, take into account your mentality. If you feel happier or more positive and less negative and less grouchy and stuff like that. But, and I know it's so hard, it's so difficult, or it seems like it is, because, for instance, like, eating oatmeal every day is not really a hard thing to do. It really isn't. Once you get used to it, then you'll crave it, and that'll be all that you'll want, and you won't want anything else. But then you'll get around people that you see that are eating other things, and maybe those other things affect their body in a good way, or maybe they even affect them in a bad way or some shit like that. But, like, I honestly don't know. But just try it. Just try it as an experiment if you're willing to, which you don't have to. But I would recommend it, because I do believe that it does something. Like, I don't even know what the hell it does. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. But, just know that you're not the only one having negative thoughts. You're not the only one suffering. You're not the only one that's just like, I'm on the verge of committing suicide. And then people that have never been, like, they hear you say that, and even, like, therapists and psychiatrists and stuff like that, they'll hear you say that, and they'll, like, freak the fuck out. Or at least that's what's been portrayed on TV, And that, in all honesty, kind of in life. Because I've had to retract saying that before in front of people, and just people in general. You can be like, I'm on the verge of committing suicide, and they're like, and that's like, even when I went to work, when I was still working, there was this woman there that I talked to that was one of my managers, and she's like, what's wrong with you? I've noticed you're real, like, just not yourself the past few days. And I was like, oh, nothing. And I was like, I've just, just normal shit. And I was like, and I've just about killed myself the past 3 days, And she's just like, what? And I was like, what? I was like, nothing. I just, I've just about hung myself the past 3 days. And she's like, why? And I'm like, well, if you want to really sum it up to one life event in this moment, which the life event could change at any point in time, but in this moment, I was like, it's the fact that I'm in love with this girl and she's treating me so shitty. I was like, but if you wanted to sum it up before I ever met her or knew her or was interested in her, you could sum it up to my kid being taken from me by my parents. Because that's what it is. It's just an immense feeling of not being able to escape the negativity that surrounds you. Like, you feel like you can't get away from it. And that's even like me. Like, this morning with my dogs, I'm like, okay, I walked them. Okay, that should be good. Okay, they're probably going to make a mess. Okay, don't speak that over yourself. Please say they're not going to make a mess, And then it's like, but they probably will. And it's just this negativity, like this mindset. And it's hard to beat because you were taught to have that type of mindset. And even at that, I don't understand how psychologists sit there and they're like, "Oh, it's your brain. It's your brain. You know, it is your brain that makes you, feel this way. And yeah, I'm being a little goofy, but it's the way that your brain is processing the information, and shit like that. And you're just like, and you're like, it's not my brain. It's the way I was raised. And they know this. They know if they take two brand new, because they've been doing psychological studies on people and children for years, and they still do them. And sometimes I'm like, that's all I am to somebody around here. Like, that's what I feel like sometimes. I feel a little paranoid, and I'm like, that's all I am to somebody. So that's the reason I'm definitely putting it up on YouTube. I about said Facebook, because I'm dyslexic a little bit. But anyways, it's because I'm like, fuck it. You think you want to know me? Come at me. Yeah, let's go. But it's like, they have taken two babies. Say they take two brand new newborn babies, girls, boys, it don't matter. But either way, same gender. Even same parents, even twins, or what the fuck ever. And that's just like, oh, there's the good twin and there's the evil twin. Well, if there can be the good twin and the evil twin, then why do you think that in family dynamics there can't be the child that was raised good and the child that was raised bad? The child that was raised to think that they were magnificent and wonderful and going to do great things with their life, and the child that was going to be raised to think that they're a piece of shit and they're never good enough and they're never going to amount. And so, to sit there and be like, oh, depression is something wrong with your brain. Okay, depression is something wrong with your brain, yes, but depression is something that is wrong with your brain that was caused, meaning there's a reason, that was caused by an outside source that you had no fucking control over. And how people do not get that, like, it literally enrages me. But they can take two babies, and they'll treat one way and treat one the other way. And I guarantee you, if they were to follow them throughout their whole entire life, and whatever they did to one, they did the complete opposite to the other. If they never spanked this one and never, got on to them, but, and always thought of ways to never use the word no, and instead be like, let's do this, let's do that, distraction. And then you got the kid over here that, you put in time out, you beat their ass or whatever. Then yes, that is going to form the mind. That is going to put the mind in a fucking prison, if you will, of how the hell the mind is supposed to react and supposed to handle things. And it's such bullshit that nobody gets this. And then everybody's like, here, we want you to take this experimental medicine. It might make you more suicidal. We don't know. Oh, you live alone with your one kid. Oh, now you live completely alone. Here you go. Take this pretty little pill right here. And if it makes you worse depressed and you actually do commit suicide, well, that just kind of sucks for you, don't it? And it's like, no. Or it makes you have a mental break because your kid screams and cries and you're on this medicine that you'd have no idea how it's going to react, and we have no idea how it's going to react. But you know what? You're going to be our guinea pig of choice. So here you go, take it. Oh, what do you know? You killed your daughter and you didn't even kill your damn self, and yet you're depressed, no, I know who I am when I'm not on medicine. And I am the person that my last suicide attempt, meaning actual attempt, was 5 fucking years ago. And that is a good thing. It was not 6 months ago. It was not last night, even though you may take it from this video if you watch it. And if you do, then that's your fucking opinion. You can take and shove it up your goddamn ass, and I hope it opens up and sprouts and comes through your goddamn throat and your fucking ears and your goddamn nose and out your eyeballs. Because your opinion is not reality. And the reality is it was 5 years ago that I put a gun to my head and I pulled the trigger. And the reality is I wouldn't have even done that if I didn't have somebody on the phone that refused to stop calling, that I was told by an elder, my grandmother that I was living with, that I better answer the phone and talk to him whenever he calls, because she can't handle him calling back to 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 back. And I couldn't either. So I'm forced to do something that I don't want to do. I'm forced to answer the phone and listen to this guy sit there and tell me that he thinks that I'm a piece of shit and I'm a whore and I'm a horrible person. And so, yeah, I tried to kill myself. So that's the reason it's like, okay, I cannot be around people, and that's the reason I'm going to move when my damn lease is up. I cannot fucking stand being around people that want to make me feel like I'm a piece of shit. Like the damn maintenance people want to come in here and be like, oh my God, your house smells like ammonia. Bitch, I got cats. They piss in their litter boxes. And one of them, I swear to God, it's like a quart of piss every time he pisses, okay? And I don't have the money for the litter. So unless you're going to pay for the fucking litter, shut the fuck up about it. So that's what you're going to have to, anybody that sees this and watches it all and dealing with depression, I mean, you can talk to me and everything, but you got to grow up, and I don't mean that in a hateful way. I swear to God I don't, because I know you've probably been told that before. Grow up, grow up, grow up. You've got to learn who you are, and you got to stand your ground. And that's just like me. I'm standing my ground, and whatever it costs me, and whatever it don't, and whatever it will, it won't, and whatever in reality is what it is. And I'm not going to sit here and take experimental drugs that they've not studied fully and everything, and they don't know how it's going to make my brain react and all that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't risk it. And I can't risk dealing with people like the way my ex-husband did me, who want to sit there and shit talk me constantly. And who would want to be shit talked constantly? And by constantly, I mean every day. And then who even wants to be shit talked once a week, or once a month, or every 3 months, or every 6 months, even if it's just by your landlord or the maintenance people? Nobody. Nobody. But I'm going to end this video here because it's coming up on an hour. And so, I don't even know what the hell I'm going to label it. You can comment, you can share, you can like, you can subscribe, you can write me even on my Facebook. But I'm going to let you go. I'm going to eat some breakfast, and I'll catch you later.